Here we go back to wood as a building material. So building with wood, people are generally nervous about wood, about the strength, whether it can be used in high-rise buildings, and of course there is anxiety about fire. And even though Asia has had temples and other large structures made of wood that have stood the test of time over many centuries, including earthquakes in Japan, people are not convinced yet, and they also don't know that actually wood can develop a protective char around it under fire and behave better than steel, which tends to bend and collapse. This is an example. In the words of designer Michael Charters, the high-rise is tired. His design here is for a site in Chicago at the corner of Harrison and Wells. Charters believes that since Chicago was the birthplace of the skyscraper, it is the suitable birthplace for big wood, mass timber, carbon-neutral structures that change not only the materials of urban buildings but the shape of them. This particular building is a mixed-use complex for the University of Chicago, consisting of a library, media hub, 3 types of housing, retail, a sports complex, parking, a park, and a community garden. So you can see how well it is designed. And this is a building of Ise Jingwu. It's a Sun Temple that has been rebuilt for 1300 years. Every 20 years it is deconstructed. Every material is reused and is rebuilt from scratch from nearby woods. So it's an amazing dedication to the sun goddess called Amaterasu Omikami. I don't know how it is pronounced. Amaterasu Omikami. I don't know, Japanese, right? This is an example of a design built of a wood building built with what are called glued laminated timber, where they are made stronger, more sturdier, and they can last long and of course work as well as any other building material. And the idea is that if you grow the timber near where the building is built, not always possible, but if you did, you'd save a lot on transportation, because steel mills are obviously fixed locations, large industrial complexes where cement is produced as well. And we know that steel and cement are both high emission, high particulate matter, unfriendly to the environment, and they require quarrying, mining, and so on for iron ore and other materials. So in general, there is a lot of advantage to replacing them, especially if wood is able to withstand fire and be strong enough like steel, which it is. And also if after the building is deconstructed or destroyed for whatever reason or decommissioned, then the wood is disposed of by composting and so on. So the timber that is grown obviously locks up a lot of carbon, and that carbon is locked up in the building as long as the building is standing. So obviously it's a very environmentally friendly design. This is another example of China Pavilion for Expo Milano 2015. I can see just how gorgeous it is, and really very elegant structure built with wood. The other material is called CLT, cross-laminated timber, basically timber that has been arranged in 90-degree angles to make it also strong and durable. And you can see here it's an engineered wood, of course. This is something called the Smile, a public pavilion made of CLT, cross-laminated timber, designed and built in London in 2016 by architect Alison Brooks. Alison Brooks Architects is the company, and you can see how beautiful that is as well. And it will stand the test of time as well. So it's not new again. Wood has been used for a long time. People did trust it, but once the high-rises came along, people got into the idea that steel and concrete are the only thing that can work. And in fact, wood can work just as well. And I was going to make another point that just escaped me. It can be environmentally friendly, and maybe that's it. So I will leave it here.